So for the purposes of demonstrating all the different sections on the Microfreak, I'm going to be using just an initial patch here, and then towards the end of the video we'll go through some of the presets that come on board. So towards the top left section of the synth we have the mod matrix section. It's quite easy to understand how to use this. We just select which area we'd like to modulate, and then we press down, and then we affect the amount in the display here on the right. And as you can see, I'm using the cyclical envelope to modify the pitch. So now, once that's done, we're using the cycling envelope to modulate the pitch. So that's really easy to set up, and there's a lot of patches that come with some really interesting mod points. If we want to then clear that modulation destination, we can just go back to it and reduce it to a 0 value, or press down the matrix button and it will clear it like that. In the center here we have our paraphonic button, which allows us to have 4 voice unison paraphonic mode. To the right we have our display, which allows us to view the 320 presets that come with the Microfreak, and we have in total 384 slots to make our own presets using the save button here. The display also allows us to view our ADSR and our analog filter section, as well as the digital oscillator. Underneath the type knob on the digital oscillator section, we have 16 different digital oscillators from Mutable Instruments, Arturia, and also now Noise Engineering. These range from basic waves through to wavetable, harmonics, and even a vocoder option. Let's have a listen to some of these wave types. It's worth noting that in order to use the vocoder type, we need to put a microphone into the back of the Microfreak. In the middle here, we have our analog SEM filter, which features low pass, band pass, high pass filters with a 12 dB slope per octave. To the right of the analog filter, we have our cycling envelope. This is a modulation source which is more complex than, say, an LFO, and it allows us to shape waves that can't be created using an LFO. A good way to demonstrate this is to use the mod matrix to assign the pitch to the rising function on the cycle envelope. This can be used to create some really interesting and unique sound design effects. Below this we have our standard envelope, which we can view using the display. We have attack, decay, sustain, and release. The amp mod button towards the left of the envelope controls the VCA volume using the envelope. Towards the left of the envelope we have the LFO section, and here we have a lot of different wave shapes from sine, triangle, sawtooth, and more. Using the mod matrix, I've just assigned the LFO to the cutoff, and here we can adjust the rate of the LFO. And lastly we have our ARP and sequencer section. There are so many different combinations you can create using the ARP and sequencer, along with the different selection buttons here near the key strip and the touch strip. I find the easiest way to use the Arpeggiator is to press the hold button, select your notes, then press the ARP button. From here we can adjust the rate using the tempo, or we can adjust the time division by pressing the knob in. We can also run the same sequence but using the swing method, by holding down the shift and now we have a swung arpeggiator. To record a sequence is really simple. We just hold the shift button and press the ARP sequencer, so we're in the sequencer mode. Now I hit the random record button and play in a sequence in real time. Now press the play button and we have our sequence. If I want to stop this sequence and erase it, I can press this button and hold down the hold button and it's erased. The spice and dice controls work in combination. First we have to set the spice and load it up on the touch strip. Now if we go to the dice, they work in combination in a random order to select different things like pitch. The keybed is undeniably one of the most eye-catching and unique features of the Microfreak. It features a printed circuit board which is surface area dependent and very sensitive to pressure. It also has the ability for polyphonic aftertouch.